Okay, excellent. Well, welcome everyone to tonight's meeting of the Finance and Governance Committee of Georges River Council. I declare the meeting open at 6 p.m. We'll start with the acknowledgement of country. I'd like to acknowledge the Bidjigal people of the Eora Nation, who are the traditional custodians of all lands, waters and sky in the Georges River area. I pay my respect to elders past and present and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples who live, work and meet on these lands. Apologies, don't believe there are any apologies tonight's meeting. Request to join via audiovisual link. There were no requests to join via audiovisual link. So we will now move to the notice of live streaming. Staff and public are reminded that this meeting is being recorded for minute-taking purposes and is also being webcast live on Council's website in accordance with Section 5 of Council's Code of Meeting Practice. This recording will be made available on Council's website. Code of Meeting Practice. The order of business is as shown in the agenda, which has been made available. Staff and public are reminded that this meeting is open and doors to the meeting room are to be left open unless the meeting moves into a closed confidential session according to Section 14 of the Code of Meeting Practice. Only if the meeting moves into a closed confidential session will the public broadcasting of the meeting be suspended. Council's Code of Meeting Practice prohibits the electronic recording of meetings without the express permission of Council. Mobile phones must be turned to silent during the meeting. Disclosures of interest. Do any councillors have any interest to declare? No disclosures of interest. Public participation on items of the agenda. There are no speakers registered for tonight's meeting. So we move to the first item, which is the confirmation of minutes of the previous meetings, which is FIN 034-23, confirmation of the minutes of the previous meeting held on the 14th of August 2023. Councillors, could I get a motion to adopt the minutes of the previous meeting? Moved by Councillor Picari, seconded by Councillor Jamieson. Any questions, councillors, or queries? No? I'll put the motion. All those in favour say aye.
Aye.
All those against, and declare it carried. Move to the committee reports. First item is FIN 035-23 investment report as at 31 July 2023. Can I have a mover and seconder, councillors?
Yep.
Moved by Councillor Marnie, seconded by Councillor Jamieson. Councillors, any questions for the Director on the investment report as at the 31st of July?
Can you just give us a summary for people who may not have read it?
Through you, Madam Chair, it's the first month of the year, so we really are just monitoring at this stage. But overall, the performance index, if we're rounding to the nearest zero, it would be on par. So we're finding that's there. There is nothing in there that is of difference to prior years, like it's still moving along as per normal. We're within the policy limits, such as the AA ratings. We're holding more AA to A. In terms of the portfolio split, we do have high term deposits as they are the more secure kind of fixed known rates. So we do tend to lean towards those, but now with the positive cash rate being higher, we'll likely start to move to a bit more of the floating rate notes, as that's like a higher variable rate. And investment by institutions also fine, so there were no exceptions to highlight. It's tracking along well.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Any other questions, councillors? If not, we'll put the motion. All those in favour say aye. Aye. All those against, declare it carried. And we have one last item on the business paper, which is FIN 036-23, the Audit, Risk and Improvement Committee. The minutes of the meeting held on the 18th of May, which is confirmed, and the 10th of August, which are unconfirmed for 2023. Councillors, can I have a mover and a seconder, please?
I'll move that, Madam Chair.
Moved by Councillor Symington, seconded by Councillor Jamieson. Councillors, does anybody have any questions on the Audit, Risk and Improvement Committee, the two sets of minutes?
Could somebody just summarise it for us?
Through you, Madam Chair, are you happy to summarise? I'll refer that to the Chief Audit Executive, Juliette Hall.
Yes, sure. So the Audit, Risk and Improvement Committee have a standard compliance calendar of items that they're legislatively required to go through across the period of 18 months to 2 years. So the items that were up generally that are standard items are risk management, fraud and corruption control, financial sustainability, And then there's always a couple of other items as well that go on depending on the audits that have been completed during the period and any service reviews that are going on. So they were the items that went up, and basically they're very much progress reports on where we're trying to improve our processes and maturity in relation to all those items. In general, the Audit Risk and Improvement Committee were reasonably happy with the progress and the maturity of where we're heading on that, but they have made some suggestions, as they do at all their meetings, on where we can progress further or improve further, or where they require more information to come back to a future meeting so they can assess the situation independently of management.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions, council?
Yeah, I actually do. To Ms Hall, it's just a matter of interest. When will be your last day? When will you be, or is that until the other chief executive has been appointed?
My last day will be this Friday, the 15th of September, and I'm hoping that they'll make an announcement in relation to my replacement, possibly tomorrow or the day after. I've done an extensive handover list, and I'm hoping to have one day where I can hand it over, but I've completed every possible task I can do to make the handover smooth.
You're going to be missed. 6 years that you've been in that role, it's been wonderfully achieved. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
Yes, thank you. And wish you all the best for your retirement.
Thank you. Thank you so very
Don't
much.
miss us too much.
Okay, councillors, I'll put the motion. All those in favour say aye.
Aye.
All those against, I'll declare it carried. And there being no further business on the business paper, I will declare the meeting closed at 6:07 p.m. Thank you everyone for attending.
All right, thank you. I'm sending it.